weather on NBC 10 Boston, Boston's most accurate forecast.
All right, the foliage coming on strong across southern New England at last, right? Over the next couple of days, it'll accelerate. We're looking at peak perhaps in the next few days in the shading of orange. Good stuff all around. Now 53 for a high in Boston. This is the weird part of the forecast that I have to explain. Now, tomorrow it's going to be warmer in these locations than it was today. So is this a warm-up for tomorrow? Well, it's going to feel chillier with the wind and the fact that we start off in the 30s. We're almost there now. Sudbury at 40 degrees, 41 in Hopkinton. But technically, yeah, it's a little bit of a warm-up in the spots that have been in the 40s to around 50 from Boston north over the last 2 days. But still, chilly mornings are the rule here right through Wednesday into Thursday morning, too. And perhaps even Friday morning. Our storm system rocketed out of here pretty quickly. Too bad that didn't happen around 3 o'clock this afternoon. We would have finished with sun. We did see some glimpses, but now the chilly air is moving in. You don't call this cold, do you? But, you know, for this time of year, it is a little cool back through Rutland and back in Rome, New York. And you'll feel it in the morning. 54 for a high temperature in Boston, 55 in Lynn, 56 in Lowell, 57 back through Natick. So there it is. But the start of the day will be near freezing for the wind chill factor tomorrow. 29 is what it feels like in Worcester. I brought this old map out from way back in winter. And I didn't think I'd be using it in October, but there is a little bit of a wind chill factor tomorrow that we have to talk about. In the afternoon, obviously, that washes out with the sunshine and the fact that we warm things up. But 54, 53 next 2 days, and then a little bit of a turnaround after a frosty start for some on Thursday morning. In fact, it might even be a freeze. You can see the low temperatures in the suburbs, anywhere from Natick, Framingham, Waltham, all the way up through Woburn. I mean, we're back down near 30 degrees on Thursday morning and then come back up with our little mini warm-up. Still some cool mornings all the way into Saturday, believe it or not, and tomorrow morning in the mid-30s and upper 30s. Chance for precipitation is nil in the next few days, all the way through the weekend and back over to next week, in fact. So this is another dry spell and a spell that has been dry. So it will aggravate the drought situation or the dry spell that we're in. But look at these temperatures soar back. This is a high confidence forecast. I mentioned it last night. We are thinking with this big bubble of high pressure on the backside, we're going to warm things up. We'll also watch the tropics over the next few days. The next 7, we might be seeing something going towards Puerto Rico and back into the Dominican Republic. And there's also another storm system brewing into Central America. So there's plenty to talk about in the tropics, and we're not quite ready to call it a season. There's the extended forecast. A few clouds around maybe Thursday night and Friday morning. There's a storm offshore. And other than that, we go back into the 60s and stay in the 60s and 70s into next week. An extended period of warm weather. Compare that to our measly 3 days of chill here through Thursday. We're back after the break.